hang on, is that better? Is that sound? All you people haven't had to listen to me. Ah, you lucky people. And now you're like, oh my God, you've got sound. What a terrible voice. I do apologise, guys. I don't think that chat was working very well either. I just realised there was an old message there. So it could mean that I'm still upside down and back to front too, because, you know. I could have had at least some music on for you, hey, when there's no sound. Don't really have my photos that close to the edge of the layout, but that's what we're going with today, it appears. Hey Reaper, I am so sorry. I had no idea that there was no sound. I do appreciate you dropping by and hanging out, even though you could not hear me. I was recording sound apparently, but when I went into OBS, which is the thing that you do your live stream on, it the volume was turned way down, like way down. So all a bit chaotic. And that would explain why you didn't answer my questions when I asked them. I'm like, oh, nobody's talking today. Yeah, the colour palette, I don't know, Reba, do you know what the collection's from? The collection's the Close to My Heart Now and Forever collection, which is meant to be a Valentine's Day collection, but I don't do soppy. I don't kind of do soppy Valentine's Day stuff. So yeah, using it for photo of my daughter and my mum. So, which I told the story earlier, but nobody would have heard because nobody could hear me. I think that my daughter here is conspiring with my mum to get something. So in my mind, my daughter's there going, Marzi, Marzi, Marzi. My kids call my mum Marzi. Can I have whatever it is that they want that day? And especially if I've said no to something like ice cream or going down the street or to the market or something like that. I'm sure my kids are there trying to convince my mum, or that my daughter's sitting there trying to convince my mum that that would be a really good idea. So I'm just trying to work out a few little clusters. I do really like these patches, but I don't want to use too many of them because I want to keep some for later. Hoarding again. So I think maybe a heart here. Probably makes much more sense now with the sound on and you can hear my thought process. Put it over Mum's face. I don't think she'd appreciate that somehow. Just trying to these kind of blend into each other. So I may need one more cluster. I think that one will be too big. Trying to that one maybe. I know, I completely blanked out there for a second, didn't I? I'm obviously hurting my brain thinking. And I cleaned up my bench so I can't find my scissors. So these are too much the same color. So I'm trying to pick one that I might be able to, and I think this one would be the best. But it's also in the middle of the paper. And if I can avoid cutting a piece right in the middle of the paper, I would, but that may not be something that I can avoid. So I think if I try to stamp these ones, I may have a little issue there, because I don't think I've got the inks to match up the colours. You know, blah, 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 all those problems. Just gonna see. Try just this one. We'll see. And I think I want that red there. I'll cut it in a way that I can put it back if I want. If I take that one away, that may be think I've decided that's going up there. So there may be some other bits that go there, but that's, I think, going to go there. And I want to make this look like, it goes under here. See that? I just, because I want it to look like it goes around there without using it. And then put that piece there. Sorry guys, I kind of like got lost in myself there. I haven't spoken for ages. I do apologise. Must have all thought I'd gone back to doing a silent thing again. Before I didn't have my volume on, so everybody thought I was being silent. I'm just trying to figure out how to use this last little corner. So I've cut a bit here, a bit there, and trying to get this so it looks kind of natural, and just struggling with it. So just in case you're sitting there going, what on earth am I trying to achieve? That's what I'm trying really hard to achieve. So I want it to kind of look natural. That's looking a little bit better. Just a little bit. Still got to make some adjustments there, but I'm starting to get there. I'm sure that our love is on Grandma. Okay. Kind of want to cut that down a bit. I'll have to think about that. But in the meantime, I think I can probably use this scrap leftover bit. I think. But I may cut it down a little bit. Decisions. I'm going to stick that bit down. Oh, that was a decision and a half. Okay. Now it's down. Too many decisions to make. I have to start making some though. Oh, I like that there. Or do I want it down here? Just as I say that, better together. Well, I kind of like that. Leave it there for a second, let that one marinate. I really like, if you've seen any of my other videos, I have a whole series of videos that I use. Oh, I just had a bird fly into my studio and then fly out. that use lots of little scraps. And I really love using the leftover bits of stickers. So one of my last videos was with loads of using loads of the leftover sticker bits from the Are We There Yet collection. And I do this where I cut out and use. Now, I'm trying to introduce lots of little bits of gold. So if I cut out this sticker, I know what I've got. I've got gold. I was just thinking whether I put gold paper in behind to make like another little frame. So I'm thinking of using a couple of other little bits of frame around. I have some gold collection that I actually don't think I've used any of. So let me think. Oh, is that rose gold? Hang on. This one's rose gold. I think from the look of that. Yes, this one's rose gold. Let me try again. Let me put my hand back into the paper wrap and pull out another collection. And it will probably be the only one I don't have any of. It's the gold at this rate. Heaps of rose gold. I had 2 lots of the rose gold. I didn't realise I had 2 packets of rose gold. Oh dear. You guys probably can't hear me again, can you? Because I'm all the way over here scourging through my packets of paper. Okay, check one other spot. No patented gold. I do have this one. Now I've got to get that sticker on there nice and straight. Okay. How straight do you reckon I can cut this, guys? I want to cut inside. So here I'm just kind of stretching what I've got. I want a bit more gold, and I want the gold, a bit more gold frame. I'm not sure I'm going to get enough, so I want 3 little points of it. So I'm trying to build triangles of interest here, or 3 points of interest. And I don't know where I put the lid to that. So in about 3 minutes time, you're going to see myself stab myself with that in the hand. Okay. I don't know that this is big enough to, so I kind of just want to, like, I wanted to put maybe, so it goes under there. and then a little bit under here-ish. And this corner is always the problem, you know. Okay, I'm actually think I'm okay with those. Like, unless I put it out that side, but I think there is fine. What do we think? Have I completely stuffed it? Give me a chance to completely stuff it before we give up on it, hey? Now, do I want this to go underneath that other one? Am I okay with it going over the top? Am I okay with it going over the top? You're all so silent today. Nobody's saying don't do that. You know what? Oh, is it too late? It's probably too late. Oh, I'm going to move that. No. Coming back to where it was. I was going to try and move it over to the other side, but... Okay. Do I dare try now to do that again on this bit? And I think I just heard my front door go. Now these lines aren't going to be great because they are bleed lines, so not made to be used. No, 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 no. It's not what I wanted to do. Not at all. So what I did stuff up there is, I should have just cut this one from the sheet with the backing on it. Stick it back on. No, that's what I'm looking for. Stick it back in. all around so that when I do something silly like this, I can use it. But I can't see any. Just cut it with my hand. So I think I was saying, yeah, this is the manufacturer's bleed. So they'll never be even. They won't ever be perfect. They'll always be made sort of like they're made so that if the cut is a couple of millimeters off on the sticker, then you don't actually lose any of the detail. So, or have the white border or that shouldn't be there, things like that. So they're part of the sticker that we don't actually, it's not made to be used, but hey, if something's there and you can use it, why not? And you probably can't even see that I'm doing something at the moment. You're probably like, well, she's not even on the screen. She's way off in the middle of nowhere. Oh, making this hard on myself. It might be worth it, guys. It might be. Oh, here we go. Up and over. Oh, I really don't even know if I'm going to finish this today. I seem to be just taking my time today. Okay. Now let's see if I can get this kind of straight. Okay. Pushing this probably to its limits of what's going to work, and it's obviously not going to come out nice and straight like I was hoping because it's been so flimsy, but at least it's giving an impersonation of being a frame. At least hopefully it looks like that. So now I'm going to, oh, and then I stuffed that up the first bit. in this bit, I think. It's okay. It's only in the little corner that I wanted it. It's not working. Having said that, then I persist, don't I? Never give up. I think part of it's the paper. I don't know if you can see, it's like puckering along, and that's annoying me. And that it's a completely different, I didn't mind it on this one where the edge, but I think too, because I've got that, I had to make a bigger border on the inside. It's like the gold's like a different gold to the other, and it looks a bit, I'm not sure. Look, I can put it aside because I was thinking like there. Just to frame up those flowers, like I can push it to go behind there, so there and there. Oops. Okay, come on now. I really love it here, but I'm not sure about anywhere else, to be honest. Okay, it's done shop there. Do I need it to put it anywhere else? Am I just making life difficult for myself? The answer is probably yes to that, guys. think that's where it's going to go. Okay, put a bit of foam tape on the end of these bits and attach them finally. And then I'm going to finally finish this thing off. I've ummed and ahed about everything so far. I am going to put tape back onto that, and I want, whoops, okay, we're getting close, guys, we're getting close. I know, it's been a long journey today. At least I'm adhering some things down now. forgetting to talk again. Kind of just want to tuck that there, just, but every time I get it in that good spot, it doesn't want to stay where I want to put it. Much bit more on here. Kind of want to tuck it so it's above but under. Okay. Don't think that's so sweets on. There's a little tag here somewhere. Okay. How are we going, peeps? Are we completely confused by what I'm up to now? Because you wouldn't be the only ones. Oh, that needs a bit more under there. Can't see where it goes without pulling it up. Sorry guys, not great for you guys. It's had a spot where it was just kind of like falling down, like big hollow, which I don't want. Oops. And I've realised after all that, I haven't actually stuck my photos down properly. Might be part of the reason. So maybe I should stick my photos down properly. While that's up, I might as well put a bit extra foam tape under there. because it's actually on. And that would be why I only had one piece of foam tape on there now. Figuring that out. I have creased that so badly. Now, I don't think the title that I was thinking of, Conspiracy, is going to fit. Okay. There we go. What are we thinking, guys? Should I try put conspiracy on there? I'll have to figure out how to spell it first. I'm the world's worst speller. Or can somebody think up a better title than conspiracy? Maybe secrets? It's not quite as long. Conspiracy. Seaspiracy? I don't think so. Conspiracy, please. Conspiracy. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to finish that, fit with that word on there. Secrets. Secrets. Secrets, I think I can fit. I think a little bit of glue there. Not surprised with the way I've been throwing glue around. A little bit there. Maybe I should have left that bit. Oh. Now I've gone and put tape on the back of that and not taken it off. I'm doing well, guys. Okay. I'm going to try, see how small I can get this. Yes. Do I have small letters? Oh, I do. This is the only place that I've got. Now these are very, very, very old. Very, very, very old. What's that old company? It's going to come to me any second. I don't think I like the black. My brain can't do two things at once. Oh. started the whole deal. Come on, peoples, helps me out. I'm just going to look for some gold. Everything but gold. This is up here. No. Is anybody able to answer? Secret, creative memories. I knew it would come to me eventually. Very, very old creative memories ones. So I've only been with Close to My Heart for about a year. That's about all. What do we think? Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't know. Okay. And I think if I use secrets, well, I'm going to use secrets. I've got it out now. That I'll put sweet in front of it, and then I can do some journaling with the rest of kind of like what I think would be going on in this picture. Oh, come on. Go on there. Okay, just doesn't want to do what I want it to do. I'm having one of those days today. And then if I do sweet, I probably should check that I've got the letters, but I think I do. Getting close. I know there's some small hearts on this. And I think I use the other ones. Somewhere like that. Might be a wasted one. And I think that's all the gold ones. Okay. Yeah, because I've done the title in black, I think I need to bring in just a couple of dobs of black, because otherwise it's going to stick out like the proverbial. And in black, what have I got? Arrows, hearts, buttons, but the buttons are too big. Flowers, but I think the flowers are too chunky. Oh, these arrows are huge. Well, kind of like that. Think this one may have to be so my idea is it sort of follows around, and I would have liked an arrow to go back that way. But can't get everything that I want. I do have, in here, thanks Reba. I do too. I was unsure about that black. And the black title, and I was really unsure about that standing out too much, but adding a few elements of black is going to tie that in, otherwise it's going to look like it's, and I don't like the paperboard one, to be honest. So let's see if there's those tiny ones. I think I've probably used them all up on other layouts. I wonder if I could use, it's too heavy. So generally what I like to do is have them so that they move around. So I really want something to go back that direction. Really, really, really do. Now I do have arrows in white, which I could paint. I love this squiggly one. If I did that, I think I'd want the heavier one on this side, like, and then the lighter one over here. But then I can't find the right spot for it. Okay, let's see how we go painting it. So a tip, if you've got to paint something small like this that's going to move, that's a bit of washi tape. So that's going to hold it down a bit while I try to put colour on it, rather than trying really hard to hold it and colour it at the same time. Now, the only problem with this is I think I'm going to not be able to get the sides. So and it will take a little while to dry too. So this is a paint pen. I don't think this one is available anymore. Well, I know the company's not around now, so but there's plenty of other companies that make paint pens. Oh, I'm not going to like the fact that the sides aren't black. I'm going to let that dry for a sec. I am going to put on those little ones, if I can find my mini glue dots. Yeah, yep. And also when you're doing like, you know, if you've got like little things that you want to colour with like a blending brush or something like that, whacking them on a piece of washi tape helps, and then you can just throw the washi tape out later. And then just like that, if I want to put it aside to dry, I'm not having to get my fingers dirty to pop it aside either. I can just pick it up and move it quite easily. So, and these are little micro ones, so these are close to my heart. And these are little tiny micro dots, and literally they are just so tiny. But even then, I'm going to cut this one in half so that it's even smaller. Even if I held that up to the camera, you probably wouldn't be able to see it because it is so small. Now, where did I have that one sitting? Where did I decide? No, wasn't there. It was over here somewhere, wasn't it? Is it like that? I'm not going to pop that down yet. Okay, tidy this. Oh, I did want a couple of other little just small hearts. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to draw them on. So I'm just going to draw different size hearts here. Oh, wish I'd put that one over there. And just sort of using it a bit like enamel dots. And if you want to make them into enamel dots, then you can add a little bit of the liquid glass to the top, which I'll show in a second. And that will make them look a little bit like enamel dots. And the other thing I'm going to do is just do some tiny little dots, and these will just be little details, but again, they're just tiny amounts of the black that will help and they just kind of help draw your eye around in areas and make, again, that black not look like it's out of place. don't know if I'm going to be able to get all the way into the little bits here. Maybe should have chosen a easier shape to colour, not one that's all different angles to it. I think that is probably going to be, I don't know that I'll get in to those tiny crevices. Okay, I'll leave that there to dry for a second again. And I think the last thing I'm going to do on the page is do just some little bit now this is where I tend to end up doing something silly like smudging a big black smudge across a corner, or you know, moving something that's wet, finding out that I shouldn't have moved it and getting ink on my fingers. I like to ruin things at the last minute. Even my watch is telling me it's time to get a move on. It's saying that I haven't got up off of my seat for way too long and that I should get moving. When your watch starts telling you you've taken too long to make a layout, you know you're stuffed up. Oops, I only had 3 dots there. 2 dots, not 3 dots. And where on this messy table did I leave the dots? Oh, look, missed a bit. Oh, it's probably because I couldn't get to it. Okay, I think I'm done. Whoops. Oops, whoops, oops. What have I done? What have I done? Oh, um, okay. Oh, I don't know what I did there, guys. I don't know if I've accidentally ended the stream or not. Oh, I'm so good at this. Um, okay, guys. I'll do a little close up because I do not know if you guys can still see, but I'll do a little close up with all my little bits and pieces there and all my mess in the background. Oh my, what a mess. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.